Over the last few decades, India's currency notes have evolved many times in size, shape, color, and value. But this familiar face has never changed. He's become an intrinsic part of our lives without us even realizing it. But this wasn't always the case. Remember these? Guess who's missing? Mahatma Gandhi. For the longest time, the main feature on all our notes was the Ashoka pillar. But since inanimate objects are easier to forge than people, by the 80s, the number of counterfeit rupee notes had skyrocketed. The government wanted to introduce a new high value note, but they had to make sure that these new notes would be harder to copy, which meant that they had to put a person on it. They picked Mahatma Gandhi, and after 1996, he was everywhere. So, of all the famous Indian leaders, how did Mahatma Gandhi make the cut? Finance Minister Arun Jaitley says it's because no other person could represent the ethos of our whole country. And he's right. In a diverse country like ours, especially back in India's turbulent 80s and 90s, the government had to portray a united front and spread patriotism. Putting any of the others would have meant singling out one community or ideology, and that would have been disastrous. In a time when there was no social media, no newspapers or television, currency was the perfect vehicle to propagate a national message. And if the national message of the time was unity and patriotism, who better to propagate it than Gandhiji? This message is also the reason these regional symbols and this symbol of imperialism were replaced by images of growth and development, national symbols, and historic events of patriotism. Using currency to evoke a national sense of patriotism is not a new concept. In fact, it's ancient. Alexander the Great was the first to put his face on coins to consolidate his vast empire. During the World War II, both sides circulated fake currency to spread information. After Japan's occupation in Singapore and Malaysia ended, currency notes were used to update those in the remotest parts of the country. And that's exactly why Mahatma Gandhi is on all our banknotes, to keep us feeling united. Except now, we also have a symbol that's closely linked to the Modi government, plus our most recent notes have brought back regional symbols. Wonder what the national message is now. Find more videos from our collections here and like and subscribe to the WTD News YouTube channel.